How are you? This is a series of lectures. This is a live lecture. This is second lecture which we are going to deliver Python learning in English. And I hope you got basic concepts in our first lectures which we uh, taught in previous lecture. If you missed that lecture, you can uh, uh, go at this channel and see that lectures and then clear your concept. So, what did we study in the last lecture? As a Python tutorial, and we are following, W3Schools.com tutorial, Python home, Python intro, Python get started, and then Python syntax. We covered all these topics, but uh, today we are going to start from Python comments. I hope uh, you are understanding the basic concept. This is our purpose. Python learning in an easy way in English language. So we are following this tutorial. It's a very easy written tutorial, W3Schools.com, and we are reading all the text and we are explaining the terms, and also we are doing practical work in the online editor of W3School.com. We have already explained you. You can also do your programming at home by using your uh, Python applications if you download on your PC, and then you can write your programming in Notepad as well. And if you know programming earlier, then you can use a professional PyCharm and our other IDs are available, and many others, online editors where you can do your programming is also available over there. Anyhow, uh, so we are going to start uh, Python comments. So comments can be used to explain Python code. Okay, this is very easy phenomena. If you want to explain some coding, and want to write something about the code, that what is the purpose of this code, you can put a line or two of comments. So comments can be used to make the code more readable. That's great, because if someone didn't know about the logic uh, which you performed, you can write some comments or explain that code in a few lines or one line, and you can write it what is the purpose of this line of coding, and someone uh, uh, when read to your code and will see that these comments will help him. What is the purpose of this code and what is this coding doing over there? And it's very mandatory when you write the code, and in today's world, online world, you forward it to some of your colleagues, and it's a very mandatory thing. You must have a few comments in your program as well to make understanding very easy for your colleagues or uh, learners which want to learn about your coding. So comments can be used to prevent execution when testing code. Okay. Uh, uh, as I have already told you in previous lecture, in a very we saw that when we put a comment hashtag, as you can see that in example here, hashtag, this is a comment. Uh, it is a single line comment. Never forget that it's not a two line comment here. It is showing that in here that is like it is prevailing on two lines, but it's on single line. Uh, so comment starts with a hash and Python will ignore them. Okay, when we execute it or compile it, interpreter, compiler, will ignore all these lines, and it will only execute print hello world line. Uh, you must understand that what is the difference between an interpreter and compiler. We have already told you in the previous lecture. Interpreter only execute line by line, okay, and line by line, and then uh, uh, go through, and it converts high level language into low level language or machine readable language. What is machine or low language? Is a binary language which computer can understand. That's it. And high level language is your written language, like we are writing Python print hello world is a high level language. It will convert into the line by line interpreter function to converted line by line. If there is a huge code, it will interpret it line by line and execute it. Okay, but compiler will go through the whole, a whole program at once, and will execute the result. If there is no error, then it will show errors, show output on the screen. So we are going to try it ourselves here. Let's see. This is the online editor, dear students. You can see that this is a command, as I have already explained to you. This is a command, print hello world, and this is the compiler, interpreter, debugger, assembler. What is debugger? Debugger is for bugging purpose. Bug mean errors, and similarly, assembler is assembly, converts high level language to assembly language. Something is symbolic language, and then symbolic language is converted into the low level language or machine readable language, which is binary language, to understand, which computer can understand. So it's very important that we must know the basic terms in programming. If one technical person is explaining those terms to you, or communicating to you, sorry, in a professional way, you must understand the basic terms. Okay. So here it is. This is a comment. This is a single line comment. As you can see, dear students, print hello world, and here below we can see that hello world. Okay. I hope you got it, and there is no issue. Uh, Now we go back. Here it is. So comments can be placed at the end of a line, and Python will ignore the rest of the line. Okay. Here, earlier in the previous example, as we have seen that, we have written at the start of the program a comment, and then our main, programming line have print hello world. But here we can see that print hello world, and then on the same line, this is a comment. So we can see that over here. This is a comment. Okay. This is also a legal way of doing, commenting on a line. Print hello world will be executed, but when we write hash before as a comment, and we write something like this is a comment here, we have written here. So the compiler or interpreter will ignore this line after print hello world, and print hello world will show as a output will be shown as a hello world, because print function always print something written inside it as a parameter. Okay, dear students, let's move ahead. A comment does not have to be text that explains the code. It can also be used to prevent Python from executing the code. Okay. So this is a very important concept. Now, first of all, it's very important that we must make our code. If it is a lengthy code, complex code, it must be readable, and that's why comment is very important for us. But sometimes when we are doing programming, we are writing few lines. We want to skip that line for future purpose. That we have written something. For example, here print hello world, but we don't want to be executed at this time, but we will include in a later time. We can just simply put hashtag before this function, and compiler or interpreter will ignore it and only will print cheers mate. Now, above print hello world is only a comment, and as we have already learned about it, that print comment is ignored, and it didn't give any output on the screen, output screen. So cheers and mate will be printed out at the screen, and print hello world, it's only comment now here. And I have already told you that why it is important to skip some coding in the program. We can use it for the future as well. That's why we can hashtag it and comment it. So, dear students, next is the multi-line. Next is multi-line comments. Okay, we are using only. Previously, we were using, as in the previous examples, we have seen that we are using single line comments on a hashtag. But what if there is a lengthy string, long string to write it, to explain something in a comment format? What will we do? We put hash 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 in front of each land, and it will meet our purpose. Here it is. Hello world. This is a comment written in more than just one line. Okay, but we will have to put hashtags in front of each land to make it a comment. Otherwise, it will throw an error if we don't put in front of each line a hashtag. But I think it seems like cumbersome. Something looks odd. I think you will be feeling about that. Why not? There's some, you know, syntax for a multi-line comment. Yes, it is, and we will learn it in the coming, topic soon, inshallah. So, are not quite intended, you can use a multi-line string. Okay. Since Python will ignore string literals that are not assigned to the variable, you can add a multi-line string, triple quotes in your code and place your comment inside it. Here it is, the solution, the odd one were seeing in the previous multi-line comments. We were putting hashtag in front of each line to make a multi-line comment because our purpose was to explain something a little bit more. That's why we were using more lines and we were putting hashtags in front of each line to make it as a comment so that interpreter compiler may ignore it. But here we can see that same purpose is met with triple quotes. If we are opening we have a triple quotes and we have a triple quotes in between the text or string is written is also a multi-line comment. And because remember, if we assign this triple quote to some variables xyz, then it will not be considered as a comment. It will become a string, and we can print it x as a string then. Okay, let's see. Let's try it yourself. Here it is. This is a comment written in more than just one line. Hello world, and here we can see that our editor and interpreter, compiler, everything will ignore it and will print only hello world. And this is comment written in more than just one line. Previously, we were putting hashtag in front of each line, but now triple quotes starting and triple quotes ending. Within that, all the lines are comments, and there's no need to worry about that. It's a very good thing. Okay, dear student, as long as the string is not assigned to a variable, Python will read the code, but then ignore it and you have made a multi-line. We have already discussed it about it. And when we assign this, string value here to something x, then it will be not a comment, it is a variable x with which will contain a value of string. Okay, and print function, if we print x, then it will print that string and output. But in this format, it is only multi-line comment, and our compilers or interpreter will ignore all this and print hello world only on the screen, which we have already shown to you. So we have reached at the end of this topic. So we are going to do exercise as you are familiar with it. Which character is used to define a Python comment? This is a very important, and this is a hash. Yes, we are going to submit it. I hope correct answer. Yes, we are getting correct. As the next question, we can see that regarding comments, because at the end of the each, uh, at the end of each topic, there are a few questions as exercise, and at the end of the uh, topic, we can attempt it so that we must have clear, clarity about our topic. So this is a comment. We will put simply hash. Okay, comments in the Python written with this special character. Which one? Special character is hash. Okay, that's it. And we are going moving further. What is the next question? We can see on our screen. Here it is. Use a multi-line strings to make the multi-line. Okay, dear students, you are here to give answer to it. I give you a few seconds to think about it. What will we write? It's a multi-line strings. Okay, if you guessed it, I am going to show you. Here it is. Here it is. Triple. Oh, triple. commas, triple commas. Okay, so we can, here it is. Okay, okay, okay. This is correct. Next concern is correct. We can also put, these are the double quotes, triple double quotes, but we can also put single quotes. Okay, it will consider as multi-liner, single triple quotes. Okay, so we have covered this topic, comments, and we have reached at the end of this topic. So there we did exercise as well and correctly. Thank you. And here it is. So we are going to start our next topic is a variables, very important topic. You got to understand, and variables are very important because everywhere we were very using variable to assign some values. Then we will discuss about data types. Uh, about these variables. Okay, first of all, we must know the syntax of variables. Every programming language is very has variables and it plays very important roles. Variables are containers for storing data values. Okay, like we x is equal to 5, we have already uh, shown to you some values. So 5 is assigned to x, which is a variable. Now, its important thing is that when we assign this value to it, it automatically it automatically create variable x. Okay. Similarly, we can give a few names. There are the formats or standards set for in Python. How we can give names to these variables, and we as we move forward, we will look into it, and we will learn a lot about how to name correctly in a standard way in Python variable names. So variables are container for storing data values. This is its definition. Just like a container contains something, but some value, something is put into the container. And here the container is X is variable, and container is memory. You will call it is memory. X, when we assign this, it is in RAM, random access memory. It assigns to it. Okay, it specifies some memory, location over there, and because computer memory is also uh, a space for binary digits, bits. Computer can understand the language of bits simply, dot, digit, simple binary digit, 0, 1. And 8-bit is a combination of bytes. If you see in your hard disk in RAM, you see that this is a 1 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM, or it's a 500 GB, 1 terabytes hard disk. All these are memory. Those are permanent, but RAM is, it's running between the processor and hard, hard disk. When we click on the program, it first comes into RAM and then to the cache. But it's uh, a vast concept of computer, but still uh, uh, we need to understand a few basic things about this about the variables. So creating variable, Python has no command for declaring a variable. Okay, there's no command something. What does it mean? It means when we talk about C++, when talk about Java, we must declare some variable before assigning any value to n. For example, in C++, if we are creating integer variable, we must write int x. X, for example, is a variable name int x. Then we can assign x is equal to 5. But in Python, we will write directly, like an example here below, you can see that here x is equal to 5. If we write x to 5, Python interpreter compiler, because this language is a very beautiful and easy written language, it will automatically consider that as a 5 is an integer. That's it. There's no need of writing integer when or and data type of it is of integer class, int class, integer class. That's it. Similarly, in a few other languages, we must declare an integer or float or complex numbers or characters or strings. Then we can assign any value, and we then. But here, when we talk about these, uh, as we assign the value, we get the integer created. Actually, 5, y is x. So, a variable created is created the moment you first assign a value to it. 5, x is 5. So, x is 5. So, here variable x has got the value of 5, and it is of integer class int. And why is John? It's of string str class, integer data type here we get that. Print x, print y. Okay, what will happen? 5, then John will be printed. We go, here we go in our online editor, x to 5, y is John, print x, print y, 5 John. That's it. Now, here 5 is in container, variable x, and John is in container or variable y, and specific memory location has been assigned to them. Okay, variable do not need to be declared with any particular type. Okay, variables do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. What does it mean? Okay, see this example below. X05, X is of type int, of course. We are assigning 4 to X, X has been assigned the value of 4 and it has become the class int, integer value, integer data type. We call it data type. We will discuss about data types in the in next lecture, in next topic. Sorry, hopefully in the next lecture. So x is equal to Sally. Sally is a double quoted or single quoted. It is a double quoted. It is a string class. X is now of type str. When we will print x, what will be output? Guess it. Then we go to run it into our editor. On an editor of W3Schools.com. X is 4. Initially, this value has been put. Now, container x or variable x contains 4. Now, when same x of small x has got the value of Sally, now 4 will be replaced with Sally. That's it. This is syntax of Python. That's why above we can see what is written. Variable do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. X has been set with a value of 4 integer, but then it can change its type. Sally, now it has become a string. So what will be printed is a Sally will be printed because 4 has been automatically replaced. Here we can see that. Yes, that's it. Sally has been printed. That's what I was explaining to you. Hopefully, you got my point. Okay, casting. What is casting? If you want to specify the data types of a variable, this can be done with casting. Okay. So, what if you want to specify some data types to some value? For example, it is integer value or float point or something. You want that it is integer, but I want that its data type must be of string class or float class or int class. Okay, you can do it through a constructor. String str class is here, but its function is str of uh, you know small brackets closing and starting and closing. And we have write into it the parameter of any digit. So here we see the example. X is equal to str of 3. X will be 3. It has as it is passing through string function str. We call it casting. It is being casted to string. Okay, 3 now is this type of string, not a digit. Uh, if we see it, if we see it, you will say that this integer. How is it has been converted to string? True, but casting is the process of converting the data type from one type to another through constructor of some data type class. Like here, x is string str of 3. Now x has become 3. X value is 3, but it is not a digit. It's a string. Why is it int of 3? Same, because by default it is a 3, and similarly y will be 3. Float 3, 3.0, because here floating point up to one digit, decimal points. So float, no, that will be our 3.0. So when we print all these, you will see that 3.0. So first of all, 3 is a, above x, print x is a, when we through we will see in our next few lectures, we will see that if we through we will see the data type of class. it will show string for above x, and y is integer, and 3.0 is floating. Float class of data type class. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Type of. How can we get the type of the data? You can get the data type of a variable with that type function. X is 5, Y is John. So type of X, it will show integer class, and John is string. Y will show class of, string class. It will return the string class. Here it is. X5, Y1, print type of X. Now we are looking about its data type. So class int integer, because 5 is integer, has been assigned to X, and X is now of class int. And similarly, variable Y has become of class string because it contains string of John. Okay, hopefully you got it. We will learn more about data types and casting later in tutorial. Exactly, we will learn. We will see all these things. Single or double quotes. Strings variable can be declared either by using single or double quotes. Okay. I think I have already explained to you, but let's try it again. X is equal to John or X is equal to John. These both are an example are the same, because double quotes or single quotes, inverted quotes are same, and these are the class string class. Okay, here we can see that in our editor. Here it is. Double quotes are the same as a single quote here. If we sum up, if we write actually John or in a double quotes or in single quote, inverted single quotes, so we print X in both cases. So first is also John, second is also John. There's no difference at all. I hope you got it. Now we move to the case sensitive. Dear learners, dear students, you know what is about. I hope you already knew something about case sensitiveness. If you don't know, don't worry. I'm here to explain to you. Okay, in English, there are 26 capital letters and 26 are small letters. Okay, so case sensitive mean is a capitalization or lowercase and uppercase something. So in Python, uppercase letters is different than small case letter. If we write capital A and we write small a, or we can write capital X and or we write small x, these both are two different variables. If we write it in the same program, okay, Python compiler or interpreter, editor will consider it two different variables. It will not replace the values. Like here, we will see example variable name is a case sensitive example. This will create two variables. A is equal to 5. Now container a variable a has been assigned value of 4 of integer class. But no, we see same a, but it's in a capital form. Okay, Sally. Uh, if a is equal to Sally. A was in previous we have seen that X was in both cases small case. Okay, in small letters, both variables were X X. So 4 was replaced with Sally. But no, it will not replace it, because a is a variable of integer class, and now capital A is a different because it's a case sensitiveness. Python is a case sensitive language. That's why be careful, always be careful, dear students and learners, that never confuse your small letters with capital letters. And there are methods of naming variables as well. So a is equal to 4 is the integer class, and a capital A is a Sally, is a of string class. And if we print small a capital A, both will give different here it is different values, because both compiler interpreter of Python here editor in which we are programming, understanding it two different variables, not a same variable. Even though a capital A, small a are of same, but not in case of Python programming. Yes, so here it is exercise. What is correct way to declare a Python variable where x is equal to 5? So, what is correct to declare Python variable? As you know, first, second, third, fourth. Yes, fourth. This is a, I hope it's correct answer. Here it is. We attempt next question. Dear students, you will also be attempting those questions with me. I hope if you got your concept clear, you have clear knowledge about it. As we studied recently, you can attempt these questions very easily. Here it is, true or false. You can declare strings variable with string or double quotes. Axiom is the same as axiom. True, because both are strings, axiom or axiom. I hope your answer is the same. True or false, variable names are not case sensitive. A is equal to 5 is the same as a equal to no. Both are case sensitive because both are two different variables. A is equal to 5 is different than a capital A is equal to 5. So, answer is false. Here it is. And if there's any other question, we will attempt it. Here it is. Select the correct function to print the data type of variable. Yes, student. Select the correct functions to print the data type of a variable. So, first of all, we are going to print the function. So, first of all, it's a print. Then, my var variable, we are going to, our variable is already set up here in program, and our question is my var. So, we will put the type simply. Here it is. And here it is. Congratulations, you have completed the Python very exercise from W3School.com. It's a very easy tutorial, and we have got our concepts clear and Python variables. Here we can see that, and it's very easy. So, dear students, here Python variables, we have studied the first part of it. Here, there are a few other parts of it. We are going to start our next part of variable is a variable names, very important. How to name in a standard way in Python. So this is our last part of today lecture, live video lecture, inshallah. Hopefully we will continue next from uh, assigning multiple values in the next lecture. So variable names, a variable can have a short name like x and y, or more descriptive age car name total variable. Okay, this is a topic specific for assigning a name to the variable in Python. So we can give a short name like we used in the previous in our editor in our previous examples. Here we can give a few other names in some long way. So we learn what is standard rules for Python variable. First of all, it's mandatory to understanding the rules for assigning variables, giving a name which we also call identifiers. A variable name must start with the letter or the underscore character. Okay, a variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. Okay, first of all, first rule. And second rule is variable name cannot start with a number. Okay, there must not be any variable starting with number. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters unless holds A to Z, 0 to 9, and okay. Variable names contain alphabets, capital, small, 0 to 9, or underscore. Okay, variable names are case sensitive, as we have already explained to you. Sorry, age small and age capital A G small, and all the capital are three different variables. Okay, Python will consider all these in a different way. These are the three different variables. A variable name cannot be any of the Python keywords. Okay, what are keywords? Those are specific words which are the part of the Python programming language, like if condition, while, okay, else if, or for loop, for, for, or some methods, are there. So those are keywords. We cannot use it in the name of assigning our own variables here. Legal variable names. So let's try it. Here it is, dear students. My var is John. Acceptable because all alphabets first is acceptable. Second, my underscore var is acceptable. Third, underscore we can start with underscore, that's acceptable. And then my where acceptable. My where too. All these are the legal names you can assign in this format. Uh, there's no issue, and compiler will run it and execute it and give answer to you correctly. So what if we give some wrong, you know, if we violate and give illegal, variable name to in the program, then let's see example. It will throw an error. Here it is. We are giving, first of all, these are three are illegal because number we cannot start with numbers. Okay, two. No, my word two is correct, but two by one is wrong. My and dash no. We can give underscore here. My space no. My underscore is valid. My two are valid. So there must be no space, no dash, no variable name must not start with any numeric number digits. Otherwise, it will throw an error. It is syntax error. As I have already told you, the syntax error mean programming. When we do programming, we are writing something. It's that kind of error. Semantics mean the result is not accurate. Is the meaning of that program. Error that occurs is semantic error. So remember the variable names are case sensitive. Okay. So here it is multi-words variable names. Variable names with more than one word can be difficult to read. Okay. No, we so far we were discussing about the short, x, y, and something. But now, if there is if they are a variable name with much more characters, how to cope these and what is its standard name? So there are several techniques you can use to make them more readable. Okay. Readability is very important for variable names. Okay, it makes your programming charming and easy to read, and someone when look at your program will understand easily. And this is, I think, professional people do that so that other professional technical people must understand your variable names as well. Each word except the first start with a capital letter. Okay, this is called camel case. My M is small, first cap, and then all the other words first letter is capital. This is my variable name. Here it is. This is a we can say my variable. This is a camel case example. First letter is small, and the first letter first of small. All other are capital. First, second word letter is first letter capital, and then name and is capital. This is a camel case example. Pascal case, each word start with a capital letter. Okay, this is a Pascal case. It's a very standard way. My variable name. Just like it. Okay, my variable name. John. This is a Pascal case. That was, first of all, we studied about camel case, and this is a Pascal case, John. And snack case, each word is separated by underscore character. Here, my underscore variable, my name. There can be capital letter, small letter, but no worry. But there must be separation of the words must be through underscore. My variable name is John. Here it is. So we have studied about three standard way: is a camel case, Pascal case, and snack case. So got you have got it. I hope so. You have understood all these variable names assigning and standard format and names. Okay, exercise which is not a legal variable name. So here it is. My where underscore can it can start with answer, but here dash is not a part of it. Okay, it's this is the our answer, and I hope it will be correct. Yes, we attempt next question because we have reached at the end of this topic. Here it is. Create a variable car name and assign the value Volvo to it. Okay. Create a variable car name. Okay. Very easy. Take it easy. Okay. CR must assign variable create we can and assign a value value. Value is a string. If we don't write it in a single or double quote, it will throw an error. So it's very important that we must inverted double quotes or single quotes a string. So value is a string because not a digit. Here it is. We have answered correctly. You can see that. I hope your answer will be same as well. Next, yeah, create a variable name x and assign the value of 50 to it. Now it is a digit, or numeric. So there is no need to any string format. X is equal to is a small and 50. Okay, then, sorry, here we will write 50 because question is to address. Here it is. So, dear students, we have done this exercise successfully. We have reached at the end of this lecture. Uh, this was our last topic today, and then we will continue our Python variables part in assigning multiple values, output variables, global variable, variable accesses. We will do in the next lecture. Uh, I hope you are getting concepts, and this is our way to teach you. We are following W3School.com at BITS Bukhari Information Technology System. You can contact us. I'm going to give you my contact number as well. WhatsApp at of BITS Bukhari Information Technology System 032059664143 032059664143, and there is also email Bukhari BITS BUKHARI without spaces, without underscore. Bukhari bits BITS at the rate gmail.com. Bukhari bits at the rate of gmail.com. So you can email us if you want. You have any question or clarification. You want clarification about any questions. So we are going to close our lecture today.